though. All of these Negroes you see around you, there's somebody that possibly said, well, master, I'm gonna let it go. That's cool. There's a Taino that when all the other Tainos were committing suicide and killing themselves, the other one said, oh shit, I'm not doing all that though. That's crazy talk. You know what I mean? Right? Oh, I don't know, yeah. When they cut off his hand, the other one said, look, don't cut off my hands. Right? They sell out in certain ways. They let things go, and you cannot judge them because we weren't in that situation though. Because in the modern era though, it still happens though, right? Like in South Africa with the whole conflict diamonds, right? They're all conflict diamonds. The ones that aren't conflict diamonds are the ones that they bought. The ones that the Beers won. But they went into conflict to get those. The conflict diamonds are the ones that aren't on the market though, that other people get to fight for and try to make a living for. So they're all conflict diamonds because De Beers shot people to get those too. De Beers is hoarding diamonds as well. So when we look at everything though, there's concessions made with everything. But us who say we're the 5%, the ones who teach though, and we're in so-called United States of America though, and we actually had the chance to get educated, unlike original people everywhere else. We had the chance to eat food, unlike places in Latin America where they have to eat everything with lard and pig, and they can only cook with those things. We had the choice that we could actually survive without eating lard, without eating meat, with having a shoestring budget and still be a vegan and with living foods if we really desire to do that. And as I've been sharing, we can do that. So now when you put that all together though, it's us who have the responsibility though of eliminating a lot of the concessions that are really just gross assimilation on our part. Because we're not doing it to survive the next day. We're doing it because it's easier. We're doing it because, you know, we don't have to. So I'm not faulting the brother that is out there having Thanksgiving dinner with the parents that he very rarely sees or anything like that. I'm not faulting that. But I have to admit that the only way to change certain things is to change the whole thing. Or else it'll be the last part, Matrix Revolutions, where Neo's saying it's all good, but he's still in the Matrix. That movie was supposed to end with them pulling plugs out. Not going back in a nice sunny green pasture day and having it all good. Right? And if Thanksgiving wasn't so important like that, there was no need for white unity though. They don't need white unity. What they needed though is what you have today. The so-called African American all engaging in Thanksgiving. Feeling more like a citizen. They had to do it the fraudulent ways because in Latin America, a Puerto Rican, whether he's black, brown, or yellow, he feels Puerto Rican. The Latino feels like he's part of that nation because of the style of slavery though. Right? But the Thanksgiving though is an activity to say, look, you are not going to be slaves anymore. You are going to be indoctrinated in a new type of economy where you'll have the freedom to actually go home at night into the survival, whatever food, clothing, shelter you can get on your own. Right? That's different from slavery though. They have the food, clothing, and shelter, very bad, but what they've been given. In this case, in this new economy, they're going to be working for the white man in the industry, but getting their own food, clothing, and shelter on their own, which means that there could be moments of time where they think on their own. So we need things to engage them, to give a unity though. They'll be celebrating Thanksgiving on their own, but they'll feel American because we're calling it a national holiday. Right? And it'll be a way for them to officially mimic what they were doing in the plantation, mimicking the holidays the white man is celebrating. So it continues that tradition. Right? And in the end, you're thanking yourself for being alive. Free, what do you want to say?
Nah, you see, I told my parents the history of this day, and I told them what they really celebrate. And I feel like by having the knowledge of myself, I was able to civilize my family. You know, and like you said, part of being a 5% is teaching the babies. Mm-hmm. So I told my parents, you know, and they accepted what I told them. But I know what the truth is, and my child will know what the truth is. And everybody who will be in my cipher will know. So if they want to eat their turkey, it's cool as long as they're not eating pig, you know. Although they know that eating dead animals in general, you get no vitamins from it. But you don't get any nutrition from a dead animal. Well, from what I think, because you know, when you cook a dead animal, it goes through rigor morphosis. With the heat, it decays faster, right? Yeah. So if they decide to celebrate and stuff, it's cool, but that's not my culture. Yeah.
In a way, could they have like their own meaning to it now? Like, you know, like they don't know about the. I mean, they know, but like they don't acknowledge it. You know?
That's a great question.
Like people, everybody knows. Like, even Facebook. Oh, I'm here with the family. They don't talk about the Indians, but you know, like whatever I know, I'm not gonna celebrate it. That's why I don't really celebrate holidays. Yeah. Could it have evolved within time, like the meaning of it?
I think, and I'll be honest with you, I think that all of the people that are doing something like this are seeing it that way. But here's where it's not evolving and can't evolve, right? It can't evolve in the truth of its foundation. It can't evolve because the only reason that people are coming together on this day is because we're still in the society that gave you the day. You see? These are the days that were given to us, not the days we were taking. What happens if all of us original people, though, said that this is going to be the day that we congregate to and make a family day? This is why the days that we make, though, the days that we make, show and prove. When we say Parliament, though, regardless to whom or what, we're going to get together on these days and do something. These days have more significance, though, because they were made. You see? These are the days that should be made. There has to be a conscious effort to make those days where you say, this is where our families will get together, though. You see, it's difficult, though, with Thanksgiving because we're straddling, though, with what we would call, what we're saying is the 85 and what we're saying is the 5%. We're trying to straddle families, though, of two different mindsets, though. And that's why it can't really work. And in this society, though, today's society, that's exactly where it gets misappropriated. Because we live in an information age. Where you go, look, the original man is God. Oh, yeah, I heard that. I've heard that before. Yeah, I got records that say that, though. Yeah, it's dope. You know, Wu-Tang, right? Information is everywhere. It's easily accessible. People easily find it, though. So really the issue is not that people will get the information, will they eat the turkey and say, yes, that's good. You see? Because this is not the only holiday that is revolting and disgusting. You do it today, you'll do it in July 4th, though. No, I'm just going because my child never saw fireworks before. I'm just going because, you know, it's a fun thing and we get to see these events and, you know, to have fun. I have a day off. I have an extra day off. It's July 4th. We have a day off. But they would deliberately not, we would deliberately not include it. The power centers of this country, though, made Wall Street to keep natives out. To keep the African out. The Declaration of Independence is deliberately written to not include the original people.